Hey babe, it's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Now let's have a quick chat. First up on the quick chat is Jennifer Lopez. Recently, Jennifer Lopez broke off her engagement to Alex Rodriguez, also known as A-Rod. And since then, she has been spotted out with her other ex, Ben Affleck, okay? They're saying that Ben was spotted multiple times going to J-Lo's home during the day after having been picked up in a white Escalade SUV, which happens to be owned by Jennifer Lopez. So the two may be rekindling or they may be friends. I'm not really sure, but they have definitely been spotted out together. I don't even know if he's the reason for her breakup with A-Rod. I am definitely wondering that because this is very soon. I feel like 2 weeks ago they made this announcement, and here it is. We're spotting Ben Affleck coming in and out of her home. Now, I will say this. A-Rod and Jennifer Lopez could have been broken up for many months now, but the public is just now finding out about it. Once Jennifer probably got to a place of being healed and being comfortable with the situation, she was able to pretty much let us in on what was going on once she moved past the breakup herself. So it could be that they could have been hanging out. Who knows? But yeah, they're saying that more recently, since the breakup, they have spotted the two together. And I am wondering why. Didn't he leave her a long time ago for Jennifer Aniston, or am I thinking of a completely different situation? I could have sworn he left her, but I could be wrong. I kind of don't want her to give him another chance if that's the case. Hopefully they just have a really good friendship and that's it. Hopefully she's not looking to jump into anything anytime soon. And even if she is, I hope that she's able to move forward with someone that's not of her past. Just my thoughts, but y'all leave y'all thoughts down below and I'm gonna go ahead and move on. So the next story I want to talk about is a story that I actually heard about at the end of last week, and I did not get the opportunity to cover it, but it's only right considering the fact that Pose is back. And I would like to talk about Janet Mock, okay? Janet Mock is a writer, she's an executive producer as well as a director for the new show Pose, of course, right? So they recently had an event regarding Pose to which Janet decided to lash out on everybody. She even admitted to cheating on her mate. But I'm going to go ahead and read the article that I found on page 6 about everything that took place. So at the Pose premiere, they're saying that Janet Mock gave a 15-minute speech. And this is what they're saying happened. During the 15-minute speech, she complained about how much the network is paying her. She demanded better treatment for the trans community, shouted F-U-C-K Hollywood. She revealed that she slept with someone in the show's crew and asked her boyfriend, who was actually there in the audience, to not leave her after finding out about the infidelity. And from my understanding, her boyfriend, which is also a part of the cast, happens to be Poppy on the show. She goes on to ask, why am I only making $40,000 an episode? Huh? Why? She said that I am angry. Janet also went on to complain about the quality of the material of the male writers on the show's first 2 episodes. She said, who brought the girls in? I did. I wanted the girls to be there. Now, after she addressed Ryan Murphy because she had a lot of things on her mind, she told her man, Angel, she was like, listen, I want you to stand up right now. He stood up looking all nervous, okay? She said, let me tell you something about love. Yikes. She says, today I was going to let Angel go. I was going to let you go, right? But what did I do? I effed someone on the crew. At that revelation, one of the show's guest stars could be heard gasping and asking, what the hell is happening? She goes on to say, I'm not losing you. You hear me? You are effing important to me. I don't want to live in a house alone. I want you. You MFer right there. That's who I want. I'm getting what's mine. Woo, honey. She said, I effed up, y'all. I forgot who the F I was. They want me to come up here and pretend. I don't need Hollywood, honey. You know why? Because I'm effing free. Mock provided some inspirational words for the cast members before turning her attention back to the industry at large, okay? She said, it's a show, but it means so much to everyone to ensure that we enable Black and brown trans women to make it, because that sounds good. It makes you comfortable to talk like that, because when I don't scare you into facing the effing truth, you all have stumped on us, okay? Now, When she got off the stage, she definitely seemed remorse. According to what they're saying, they said that she seemed to be emotionally unhinged, okay? She said that she was also afraid that the speech that she gave was going to ruin her career, but you also had people that were sitting in the audience shouting, yelling to her, saying, thank you for speaking up for me. Now, they're also saying that she was scheduled to promote the show on Good Morning America on Friday, but insiders told us the appearance was canceled after she gave her speech. So it sounds like to me that homegirl could have been drunk or something like that. Something could have happened to that capacity, and I think it was a bit of maybe being drunk as well as just being frustrated. You know, they don't have a lot of representation of, you know, trans women on TV. So the one show they do have, to my knowledge, a show like this, a drama series like this, is being removed and snatched off TV. You're only giving them 3 seasons, and then you're wrapping up the season with about 7 episodes, you know, not giving them more. Of course, with the pay of making $40,000 an episode, I'm not in television to really know what's right or what's wrong. But for me, on the outside looking in, I'm kind of like, you're complaining about making 40 racks an episode when you got people out here barely making $40,000 a year, especially in a pandemic. Okay, it's people out here wondering why they make it $10, $12. Hell, a lot of people wondering why they make it $7.25, $7.50. And you over here talking about $40,000 an episode, but that's the life that you used to. That's the era that you're in. So it may look a little different from the view that you have. But for me on the outside, I'm like, girl, you complaining about 40,000. It's more than 40,000 people that don't even got a job right now due to this pandemic. And you up here on the stage crying and whining. In my opinion, you know, I felt like the drunk part really kicked in when she outed the fact that she cheated on her man, and obviously they must have had some type of dispute prior to the premiere, and she got so drunk and stuff that she had to let him know, like, listen, I'm not going to lose you. I'm going to get what's mine. And then Ryan Murphy, why would you want to make an enemy of Ryan Murphy? I get it, girl. Tell it how it is, but it does concern me. I hope her career is not ruined, which I kind of don't think that it is, IDK, because it's so many different platforms you can put your content on that you may not necessarily need him for that. I don't know, but I will say I see Ryan Murphy's name on so many things, so many shows. I feel like I see his stuff on drama shows as well as like reality shows. I just feel like I see Ryan Murphy's name on so many things. I don't think you would want to make an enemy with him, but I don't really know him personally to really know how he is behind the scenes. But I hate that this happened, because now they're going to try to paint a particular image of Janet Mock and make it seem like, oh, she's difficult to work with, when that technically is false. She just had, in my opinion, from what I've heard, just one bad night. I'm sure everybody has had a bad night, and some of y'all probably got y'all records expunged, so we would never know about that bad night. But as far as hers, you know, there were people that were able to come back and report on this. And unfortunately, they could paint a particular image of her as if she's not that good, but it was just one bad night. I've never heard anything negative about her and her background and her just not, her being difficult to work with. I haven't heard that. This is why I'm shocked to hear that she went off in the capacity in which she did, because this is not of Janet Mock's behavior. So I think that she probably was definitely influenced with, you know, some type of alcohol for her to lash out the way that she did. In addition, you know, I do believe she was frustrated. You know, she's losing her show, she's losing her baby, and I mean, I hate that it's leaving. I wish it would have got another season, but that's how they do. And I understand how she may feel, in a sense, of them snatching off her show, because I feel like a lot of black content is great, but they like to snatch it off air. Like, it don't even get the opportunity to be on air for 20 years like Friends. Friends ain't even that good. I can't say it ain't even that good. I've never even watched it. I've tried. It wasn't entertaining. I said, I can't get into this at all. And the sad part is that Friends came from the idea of living single. And y'all created that. Y'all snatched Living Single off the air for so many years. But Friends was able to go on and have a 20-year reunion or whatever. They were able to have that. Like, that's wild to me. But our shows are getting snatched off the air, and then y'all try to turn around and monetize off of us by rebooting some SHI that we don't even want rebooted. Just leave it alone. Just create some new content. If y'all ain't creative and can't create new content, then just say that. So yeah, I just had to go on a tangent about that. I had to get on my Jenny mark, okay? Because I feel her on that, the frustration of not having enough representation in TV for the black and brown trans individuals. So I understand her in that capacity, but like I said, I think that she also was drunk, and I hate it for her because I do think they are going to try and paint an image of her as if she is just difficult to work with, when that's never been the case. At least that's not what I've heard. But she just had one bad night that's probably going to follow her for a long time. So hopefully she can get her publicist to get it together and try and, you know, turn this situation around like the Kardashians do over and over and over again. But that's all I got on Janet Mock, you know what I'm saying? But good luck. Now let's move on to Dr. Dre, okay? A judge has ordered Dr. Dre to pay $500,000 to his ex-wife's divorce attorney. You got me up, okay? But considering what she really asking for, I guess that $500,000 is looking like $5,000, ain't it? But let's go ahead and get into this. So let me read this part. I just want to highlight the fact that Nicole Young is seeking $2 million in spousal support, as well as wanting Dr. Dre to pay $5 million for her attorney fees. I am cackling, and I do feel like she is being vindictive. That's just my opinion. I understand that you heard he wants a divorce, he wants to leave you, but I feel like this man was getting to the money before you even came along. I don't think he has any children with you. I could be wrong, but I don't think he has any children with you for you to get so much of his money. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm wondering, what have you acquired since you've been married to him? Have you worked on anything on your own to get this money? I mean, I'm glad I'm not a judge, because if I was a judge, maybe I'll be biased, but I will hope not, because how I'm looking at this situation is not really biased, because I feel like bias, actually I would probably be on the woman's side because I'm biased because I'm a woman, right? But no, I'm looking at it like you are really trying to rip this man off and get all of his money. Okay, you really want him to go broke. Now, I don't know if he's ever cheated on her. This is what she's saying. She's saying that he did. He probably did. It is what it is, okay? But she's trying to make sure this man is flat out to the brokey broke. And I just disagree with it, in my opinion, okay? I don't think it's fair. I really don't. I don't think it's fair. And I feel that way because I haven't heard of him being abusive or him doing anything to her. I haven't heard of that. I've heard a lot of allegations come out now that she's getting this divorce. But anything prior to that, I didn't even know the man was married. You know, it was kind of like, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't low-key, but it was low-key to me. And I'm just shocked and shook that she over here trying to take all this man's money. And it's like, what is the reason? If he don't want you, just move on, get your $1 million or whatever, and go ahead about your business. You trying to get this man to finance your whole life for the rest of your life, and I just would not agree with that, because whether he's a millionaire or not, even if he's $100,000 and you have a couple, let's put it on that terms. If you got somebody that makes $150,000 a year and he's married to his wife, and he wants a divorce now. I don't know if he's cheated or not. Maybe let's say he did cheat. He ain't got no outside child, but he cheated. Okay, now she's trying to take all 100,000 of his dollars. No, ma'am. I'm sorry. As a judge, you're going to have to still get it how you live. Yes, he is going to pay you something, yes, because you were accustomed to a lifestyle, living with your husband, shared bills, or him primarily taking care of the bills. So yes, there is a portion that you will be getting. Absolutely. But if you think that I'm going to let you continue to live your life on this man's dime, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I wouldn't feel right as the judge to do something like that. But that's just me. And I know y'all going to leave y'all comments down below, because a lot of y'all feel like, nah, she need to take him for everything he got. Get her money. Get his money. Get that money, girl. Get that money. I just disagree with that. But y'all can leave y'all comments down below. And the gag is, girl, he got to cough up this he got to cough up this $500,000 in 10 days. Ooh, honey. Now, I can't even disagree with that. I feel like you are the one that wanted the divorce. You're inconveniencing her for a divorce. So yeah, you pay for it. If this is what you want, you pay for it. But as far as her having to live off of him for the rest of her life, I disagree with that. I don't agree with that at all, especially if she's able to go on and have a life and be with somebody. That, just like Halle Berry has to pay, I think, oh so much in child support or pay oh so much in spousal support to somebody else. Like, I just disagree with that. I don't think that you should be able to live your life and not do shit with your life, and this person over here working hard, and the money they working hard for, they got to pay to you. Like, I don't agree with that at all. Maybe he could finance her life for a year or two, but after that, ma'am, you're on your own. You've made too much money. So if you think that you're finna take this man money, move on, have a whole nother husband and kids or whatever you may have on his dime, I disagree. Same thing with Halle Berry. If Halle Berry paying this man all this money for him to go and live his life and not have a job, I just disagree with that. I don't think that's cool. Get up off your ass and work. All that money shouldn't have to go to him. Not at all. Those are just my thoughts on that situation. But I would love to hear you guys' thoughts down below on how you feel about it, because I don't see that one. I can't see that. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Let's move on and talk about Khloe Kardashian and Tristan. Okay, Tristan Thompson. You know, her infamous baby daddy. You know, the big dude with the tiny voice. Him. Okay, the guy that had a baby with his ex-girl and ended up leaving her while I believe she was pregnant, or the baby had just been born or something, so that he can go over there and be with Khloe Kardashian, only to do the same thing to her that he did to the baby mama, and now he's doing the same thing all over again. Well, it's this young lady named Sydney Chase who got the opportunity to go on a podcast or something called No Jumper. She was asked about her relationship with Tristan and how she became acquainted with Tristan. We learned that she and Tristan had fooled around in the past, and it was actually recently. They messed around from, I believe, November of last year all the way up until, I believe, April, like after his daughter's birthday. They had been texting, they had been getting up. She thought that he was single. They engaged in some type of sexual activity or whatever. And once she found out that he is indeed not single, she decided to draw the line. I'm like, girl, you already knew this man had a woman to begin with. What do you mean when you found out that he wasn't single? You knew he wasn't single from the beginning. I'm not excusing him for being a hoe, but I'm just calling you out for your SHI. At a later time, we could see where she actually reads out the text messages between her and Tristan on like IG Live or something. So she's telling everything. So she not lying. She got her receipts and all of that. This indeed went down. Now, Tristan and Khloe have been together for about, what, a year and a half or something like that. They were together. They had baby True. He cheated on her and kissed Jordan or something like that. They broke up, and she done fell out with Jordan and everything over this dude. Took a break from him, but the whole time probably was still messing with him, but she tried to goop the public, but we already knew what was going on. They end up getting back together, and here we are fast forwarding to this situation where he's been messing with somebody else. The girl even went so far as to not just talk about the text messages, but to show screenshots of the messages she got from Khloe, and how Khloe was telling her that she would like to keep the conversations that she and her have private. And she was like, I'm going to let everybody know about this. So she posts all of the messages. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I hope you guys remember Sydney Chase's face, because any of you men that may want to mess with her, please know that your tea going to be out at some point. Please understand that. I don't blame baby girl. I'm glad she had all her receipts, all of her info, so that she can blast people accordingly. But I think that, Khloe, that's what you get in a sense, because you know that he's a trash dude. You know he ain't about nothing. You know he not trying to offer you nothing. Why are you dealing with this man? Why? Why, girl? Move on. You're not his type. He's not interested at all. He's not interested in you. You're not his type. You're never going to be his type. He appreciates you for giving him the mixed child that you did give him. But, honey, let this man go. He ain't that much of that dude. He's not that dude, girl. But, I mean, it is what it is for Miss Khloe. You know, the Kardashians are always doing something sneaky anyway over there on their side of the court. So it's kind of like, I don't really care what happens with you, okay? Especially after the way you treated Jordan. So it's like, yikes, that's on you. As a woman, I'm like, walk away from this. Don't let this man embarrass you any more than what he's already embarrassed you. Like, he's not even worth it. Separate. So finally, after being blasted for quite a few days, we see that Tristan Thompson reportedly sends a cease and desist to Sydney Chase following her allegations that they had a recent intimate relationship. So I don't know if he was holding out on sending this cease and desist because he probably was like, if I send it, then it's going to look like it's true, when he's probably trying to say that it's not true or whatever. So I don't know, but he finally sent it. So she's going to be calming down for a little bit, but that doesn't mean her friends aren't going to tell the tea for her. Yikes. Either way, honey, that ain't got nothing to do with me. All I have for everybody in this situation is good luck. Okay, and that's all I have for the quick check on today. You guys chime down in the comments down below. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know your thoughts about everything that I discussed on the quick check today. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.